provide you guys with a quick update now. Over the next 600 seconds, we're going to take a look at things like the euro dollar, Bitcoin, crude oil, DAX 30, and gold. Before we start though, as always, you need to bear in mind that trading financial markets is unfortunately risky. And there's a genuine risk that we'll lose all of our invested money, so please bear that in mind before we start trading. There is a little link here to the risk disclosure statement on TradeCaptain.com where you can read more about this. As well, if you're watching this on Facebook or on Periscope, don't forget to join us every Monday to Friday at 9 a.m. London time here at TradeCaptain.com. Let's kick off. We're going to start out with the euro. The euro is moving against the trend, this trend here, with a high created on February 2nd and then another high here created on February 7th. You might remember I said look to sell here. This can move down to this levels here. I traded that little piece here, made some pips on that, and then on the correction it's normal to look to try to sell again. Now the market is trading really close to the stop level, which is a 124.07, which again is the level that defined this overall trend. So for now, very close to that stop level, but there's no real reason to change the bias. As long as trade below this level, the market could just potentially roll over at these levels over the next few days and then move back down lower again. So no change from my side. And if we take out 124.07, then yes, the market might go up to 124.50. But then, if we just take a step back, we're gonna see that the price is capped by these highs, supported by these lows here. So at that point, I suspect that we're probably gonna just trade sideways between this high and this low for a week or two, until the market then decides if it wants to trade up or down. So in essence, take out 124.07. I'm not bearish any longer, but I'm not going to be bullish. I'm going to be neutral. This is the price of Bitcoin, and things are gearing up for potentially a break to the upside, with a break to 91.24, potentially opening up towards a push towards 94.96, which is this high here from February 3rd, and take out that level, and then most likely we will have concluded this big picture downtrend. You might remember the market peaked here at 19,767, then created lower and lower and lower and lower and lower highs, and especially if we take out this lower high here at 9,496, then that would end this chain of lower highs and potentially up and down and potentially up again. So watch this. The alternative is that we take out this series of higher and higher lows and the market just resumes its bearish overall trend. Crude oil remains under pressure. The market is bearish below 60.93, and I'm not going to be trading this to the downside because I think these lows here could cause the market to reverse. But I'm waiting for some sort of stabilization here and then a break to the upside. But for now, at least on the short term, on the technicals, the market is bearish below $60.93. And if we correct up, which is about 50% of this move here, then the market could potentially roll over. And this specific level is 59.78. So if it corrects up to this level, some traders are probably going to sell. Stops goes on the other side, and then the target low. The alternative, which seems very likely right now, is just that we take out the low and it just slips lower to 57, which is a psychological level more than anything else. And then again, 55, 80, this whole section here is probably going to act as some sort of stabilizing or support. Goes down, could be a bit choppy, and then we'll take it from there if it goes down to these levels. So again, the trend is bearish below 60.93. If it goes up to 59.78, I suspect traders may sell for a test of the low. The alternative, we just take out the low. That triggers all the stop loss orders on people that are long here, and that takes us down to 57. Gold got me stopped out this morning. Actually yesterday. So gold, as you can see here, was in a short-term downtrend, and maybe I just picked the wrong low. Wrong high, sorry. But what happened here is that, as you might remember, I was bearish from up here. We had that nice decline, and then we said, well, if it swings up, it makes sense to be bearish again. And let's focus on this high here. Now the market took out that high, so now I suspect this can continue to head a little bit higher, but I wouldn't touch this right now because of the overall sort of difficult conditions. At least that's what I think. I got stopped out. That tends to mean something. So this little short-term downtrend we're working with is not there any longer. So there's no strong bias for the market to roll over. It may, of course, roll over because not everybody's going to focus on this high. Some people are going to focus on this high up here, and they have the stop loss up here. So with that in mind, I think it's going to be difficult. I'm personally neutral, but I do think it can go down a little bit and go up. But again, no touching, no trading for me on this right now. Just ignore that for some time. Now here's the DAX. The DAX is still in a short-term little downtrend. This is a high followed by another high here, and if we take out this high, which is 12,386, we can move to the upside and then potentially up. All right, and overall, that is if you're trying to optimize or work around the short-term levels. If you're looking at it from a bigger picture perspective, then it's much more simpler. Since a few days we said that as long as you trade above this August low, then pretty much at the top of this blue section, which is 12,240 euros, the market might try to bottom out, and I think that's what we're seeing right now. Obviously it's a fragile market. It's not like buying the S&P, which doesn't worry too much about a strong dollar, weak dollar, whereas in the case of the DAX 30 and the German corporations here, they're thinking, well, if the euro goes higher and higher, how am I going to sell my products to everybody else outside of the EU? And that is what's weighing on this market in particular. So to summarize, the trend is bullish above this low, and as I'm sure about this low, I suspect the market could look to bottom out. And that, guys, is today's morning update. If you're interested in more analysis delivered by me, then don't forget that we do have the premium section, and we have what we call chat with our strategists, which is similar setup like here. Just that it's a Q&A only for clients of Amana Capital. And we do have also more things. We have trade signals from Trading Central, Auto Chartist, and Clausen Horns. It's actually, all of this is free as long as you have an account with Amana Capital. Real account, that is, of course. Here, for example, you got your commodities, you got your Forex. So let's click on Forex. And if you want to know what's going on with the pound, you click here. It loads, and you have these little setups. So these guys at Trading Central, they're bullish about 136.15. As you can see with a little arrow, they anticipate the market to bounce as long as you're above 136.15 for the market to reach 143.45 and 145.60 and 148 as they start to break these levels. The alternative for them is that if we trade below 136.15, we can go down to 133 and 130.20. So you have all of this updated throughout the day and night, Monday to Friday. You have, of course, other sort of systems as well. You have auto chartists, which are they detect different patterns. So you have these different patterns here, give you a little bit of idea what to do. Bearish below is high. There's different things you can search for here actually. So apparently Aussie dollar is like 5 good opportunities right now according to them. You can probably just move around this here as well and get this going to your advantage. It would be weird if they only have setups for the Aussie dollar. And as well, last but not least, Clausen Horns. Clausen Horns, they use at least what I've seen, a lot of harmonics. Not certain harmonics, but forgot the name now. A lot of classic stuff. They do as well have some Ichimoku, that's what I was thinking. A little bit of Elliott wave, so they got a wave analysis. Looks like they don't do the Fibonacci, or sorry, Ichimoku any longer, but you have a bunch of setups. A little bit here of fundamental analysis, kind of overview of what's going on in the markets. You do have a few videos as well, like the weekly reviews, analysis stuff, education here as well, a bunch of strategies as well if you're interested in that. So there's a bunch of good stuff here in the premium section. Not only, again, you get access to me and my updates. If you want to have more questions about other markets that didn't cover, then chat with our strategist is where you want to be at. And then you have the trading signals, all of these. So I'm not around, you can always check it out to double check your analysis. Then of course you got the Forex ebook as well. Get that as a client. So if you're totally new, you know, as long as you have a real account, no one's gonna force you to trade on it. But as long as you make some commitment, you have access to this, so you can actually learn for really no fee. You just need to have money on your account. And then outlooks, webinars, a bunch of videos as well. Premium education. If you're interested in chart patterns, you have this. Cryptocurrency trades, blockchain, scalping strategy, Elliott wave trading, psychology. You have all of this here. And this whole section actually is free. You don't even have to have a real account, this section here. As long as you have a demo that is linked to your premium account here, then it's gonna figure it out. In other words, so you download a demo from Amana Capital with email abc@test.com. Then when you subscribe here, you use the same abc@test.com, and then the system in the back end is going to see, okay, this email has downloaded a demo, then it gets access to this. But of course, if behind that email there's a real account with money in it, then it's going to open up all the other sections as well. So check it out if you're interested. Click here on premium to learn more about it, and up here as well just to log in as well to register. Very straightforward stuff. I want to thank you so much for joining me this morning. If you like this video, then don't forget to like and to share. Thank you so much, and I'll see you guys tomorrow at 9 AM London time. Thank you.